Module 13, the digestive system. Introduction. Eating is something we're all familiar with. We need to do it every day in order to take in the nutrients to keep us healthy. But eating is really one step of a long process of removing the necessary nutrients from food. For example, this carrot contains food energy, plus several helpful vitamins and minerals for my body. Obviously, if I just hold it against my skin, I won't be able to utilize those components. I first have to physically break up the carrot by chewing it into smaller bits. Then my body takes over by chemically breaking it down so it can absorb the molecules into my blood. Then the blood can take the necessary nutrients to the cells of my body, and I can fully utilize that carrot. Let's discuss what I mean when I say the body has to physically break down food. When you take a bite of an apple, what do you do before you swallow that bite? Of course, you chew it. The process of chewing is called mastication. Mastication crushes the food into smaller pieces, so your large bite of apple becomes smaller bits of apple. It's still apple. The molecules have not been chemically changed. And the apple bits get further crushed when they enter the stomach. The muscles of the stomach churn it around to make those bits tinier. And then the food finally dissolves into fluids within the digestive system. Now, none of this is chemically changing the food. It is still apple bits, or apple juices, if you will. The apple molecules are just further and further separated apart. So all of the processes I just described are physical changes. But this breaking down process is still not enough. You see, the small molecules of food are still too large for the body's systems to absorb them, so they have to be molecularly changed. This process is called digestion. Digestion is the breakdown of food molecules into their individual components. So, for example, when you eat proteins, your body has to break those large molecules into their building blocks, or their amino acids. Then the body can absorb the amino acids. Carbohydrates are digested into monosaccharides, and fats are chemically broken down into fatty acids. Now, there are some chemicals in food that are indeed small enough to be absorbed without needing to be broken down. A good example of this is with vitamins and minerals. Thus, when you eat food, you have to break it down both physically and chemically until it results in the smallest molecules of sugars, fatty acids, or amino acids. Then these tiny molecules can be absorbed into the bloodstream. The absorption happens primarily in the small intestine. Finally, if a material is unable to be absorbed into the body, it continues through the digestive system until it is eliminated.